Chapter 15. The fuselage looked absolutely gorgeous against the night sky. Gasket geyser erupted every now and then, adding a dramatic touch to the scenery. Inside the lodge was buzzing with activity as excited vehicles entered the luxurious lobby. Bellhop forklifts swiftly rolled by, wheeling towering racks of luggage and leading visitors to their rooms. It was clear that Cade had spared no expense in restoring the old place. Magnificent chandeliers sparkled as they hung from the high ceiling, and a fire crackled in the giant stone fireplace, warming the cars lounging in solid oak rocking chairs. The train tracks curved in right behind the check-in area, allowing the train to drop off passengers inside. Dusty, Dipper, Windlifter, and Marty entered the loft, still covered in soot and grime from fighting the fire all day. They certainly stood out against the elegance of the lodge. "Whoa, look at this place," Dusty said in awe. He had never seen anything like it. "It's so beautiful," said Dipper. "So this is where our budget went," said Marty bitterly. Dipper noticed a bride and groom driving by, obviously on their honeymoon. "They do weddings here. Did you know that?" she asked Dusty cheerfully. His eyes popped and he said nothing. Then, Andre, a stuffy concierge forklift, noticed the crew standing there dripping mud all over the marble floor. He clapped to call over 3 little vacuum cleaners. They rolled out quickly and quietly, bouncing here and there as they covered every inch of the mess. They cleared it up in a flash and then rolled away, disappearing as quietly as they came in. The train puffed into the station and more guests poured out, including the one Cade was most excited about, the Secretary of the Interior. Cade waited eagerly to greet him with a welcoming party of booklets. "Hello, welcome, Mr. Secretary, to the grand reopening weekend of the magnificent fuselage," Cade said, rolling right up to him. "It's a pleasure to be here, Spinner," said Secretary. "And it's a pleasure to see you, sir." "Yes, it is," said Cade, as he led the secretary toward the main lobby. "So, now, what's this I hear about a fire?" asked the secretary. Fire?" Engine Pulaski, the lodge's fire truck, and his assistant, Rake, rolled up. "The Whitewall fire is contained, sir," said Pulaski in response to the secretary's question. "Right," Cade said. "It's under control," Pulaski added. Cade quickly jumped in. "It's absolutely under control. Thank you, Engine Pulaski, sir." "Pulaski?" "Pulaski." Cade quickly changed the subject and went back to addressing the secretary. "Anyway, right this way, sir. And if there's any other questions you have for me, please, I'm your man." "I do have several questions. Tell me, how is the park's indigenous wildlife population?" the secretary asked. "The what?" Once again, Cade seemed to be caught off guard. He obviously didn't know the answer to the secretary's question. "The wildlife?" "The wildlife. Well, if you come to the party tonight, there will be plenty of party animals," Cade said with a laugh, trying to make a joke. "I see. Yes," the secretary said, unimpressed. Old Jammer, an old tour bus and park ranger, had overheard the secretary's question. "The deer population is steady, and we've had a healthy increase in the number of red-cropped busha thrush," he said. "Glad to hear it. Say, I didn't quite catch your name." "Ranger Jammer, sir. 22 years at Piston Peak." "Pleased to meet you, Jammer." "It's a true pleasure to meet you, sir," replied Jammer. Cade was clearly irritated that Jammer had befriended the secretary. Nearby, Dusty and Dipper had admired the beauty of the lodge. "Wow, look at that ice sculpture," said Dipper as she rolled up beside an intricate model of the lodge.
"Wow, now that's nice. I'm gonna cry." "You'll get used to that."
would be our room if we were little tiny pieces of ice. Suddenly, Dusty heard his name called out, and a fan appeared before them, snapping pictures with his cell phone. Huh, whoa, said Dusty, winking at the flashes. My buddies are never going to believe this. Oh, do my voicemail, exclaimed the fan. Your voicemail? Dusty said, confused. The fan held up his phone. Do it, he yelled. What? Oh, hi, this is Dusty Crap. Famous racing champion, the fan interrupted. Dusty cleared his throat. World racing champion, please leave a message at the beep. Now beep, the fan demanded. What? Do it. Beep. Haha, that was awesome, the fan exclaimed. Then Kate spotted Dusty and rushed toward him. He was eager to get away from Jammer, who was still chatting with the secretary. Dusty, superstar, you have to be the Secretary of the Interior, Kate said. Then he leaned in close and whispered, I'm up for promotion, you understand. You're upworldly mobile, right? Of course you are, you're a plane. Okay, sure, said Dusty, wondering what exactly Kate expected him to do. Then Kate noticed someone who was even more famous. Both Reynolds, both with a manly mustache. He quickly left Dusty and rushed off to try and meet the famous actor. A nice old RV couple, Winnie and Harvey, approached Dusty. They had honeymooned in the park 50 years before and were celebrating their wedding anniversary. They seemed to be as much in love as they had been when they got married. Harvey asked Dusty for help. He looked at the map of the park on the wall, trying to figure out where they had had their first kiss. Oh, that's so sweet, said Dipper. She leaned into a confused Dusty and said, You don't do things like that anymore. There was a bridge and a magnificent waterfall, and you, Harvey said, looking lovingly at Winnie. I love you, Harvey, Winnie said, smiling at him. Hey, that sounds like Ogeron Canyon, Dusty said. Ah, that's right, Anger Canyon, said Harvey. And Upper Whitewall Falls, continued Dusty. By Whitewash Falls. See, I told you I knew where it was, Harvey said to Winnie. Hey, in honor of your anniversary, why don't you guys join us? Asked Dipper. Dusty chimed in and offered to buy them a can of oil. Oh, thank you, dear, said Winnie. Windlifter, Dipper, Winnie, Harvey, Dusty, and Mario went out onto the veranda. They sat around a table with a small fire pit in the center and drank cans of oil as they chatted and enjoyed the warmth of the fire. Dusty felt a little like he was back home at Honker's Sports Bar. It was a really nice hanging out and relaxing with his new friends. You know, Dusty, I've seen a lot of trainees come through here, and you might just have what it takes, said Mario. Dusty smiled. Thanks, Mario. Maybe you found yourself a second career, said Harvey. I worked as a taco truck, sold car wash curtain rings for a while, and then I got into RV tire sales. Winnie here was my showroom model. That's how we met, said Winnie. Aw, said Dusty, smiling. You know, Dusty, maybe this firefighting thing will be a second career for you, said Harvey. Oh, yeah, this is a second career for all of us, said Dipper. Windlifter was a lumberjack, Cabby was in the military, and me, well, I hauled cargo up to Anchorage, she nodded. Yep, a lot of guys up in Anchorage, and I was beating them off with a stick. Dusty wondered. He had been a crop duster and then a racer. Maybe Harvey was right. Firefighting could be his next career.
Okay, here's how I remember. If the snow is white, then it's all right. Yellow or green, it's just not clean. And Tyler Mountain the hard way. Oh, that reminds me. Last year at Salmon Run, my friend Bucky totally dared me. But I heard about this other cub who stuck his tongue to an iceberg, and then he started to float away. And so to save him, they had to rip off his tongue. And so now he has to talk like this all the time. And
Do you ever stop talking?
Hey, big whirly bird, Harvey said to Windlifter. You haven't said much. How about a toast? Ah, Windlifter said, not really. Windlifter's not really much for speeches, said Dipper quietly. Windlifter, who was chanting to himself, suddenly stopped. A toast to Coyote, he said. The firelight cast an eerie glow around him as he continued solemnly. It was he who drove all day and all night to the base of the bright mountain. With such difficulty he climbed the mountain to obtain fire and brought it down to the first vehicles. But in so doing he burned his tires, and then Coyote saw his blackened tires and he thought they were his favorite snack, and he ate them. Everyone gasped except Morrow, who just smiled. Windlifter continued, for he knew they were still full of life, and it was in this way he let go of the old and renewed himself with the fire as the fire renews the earth. Everyone sat silently, glancing around at each other for a moment. No one had ever heard a story like Windlifter's before. They were all speechless. Finally, Dusty broke the silence. I'm just gonna say it. You had me until that part where he eats his own tires. But
Gross, boys.
best toast ever, Windlifter, Morrow said happily, raising his can. Cheers! Cheers, everyone said, and clinked their oil cans together.
Wow. I hope you get some better thoughts in your head than that. That was more like a nightmare.
Don't you think we better get home, Rosie? Home. Stanley,
Yeah?
would you teach me how to help
Okay.
we can make flowers? And burn them all to smithereens. Wouldn't that be cool?
What a night. Klondike and Aurora Borealis.